What's going on, YouTube? Pat here, and it's been a couple weeks since my last video, so I decided I'm going to throw one up, and it's going to be kind of a new thing, so just work with me here. What I'm going to be doing is, this is a what if video. I've got a couple questions I'm wanting to ask you, and I just want to know what your response is to these two gaming questions. So, the very first question is, back in 1983, there was a video game crash. What if that crash would have succeeded in ending the video games as we know it? We wouldn't have the NES, Super NES, PlayStation 1, no PlayStation 3 or Xbox or Wii or anything like that. If it would have ended it, what would you be doing right now? You probably wouldn't be watching me, that's for sure. What if it would have succeeded? So, if you're not familiar with what the video game crash was, is back in 1982-83, there was a big influx of games that were put out that were really bad quality games. And they were coming out in such a rapid pace that stores couldn't actually put all these games on their shelves. They were running out of space for these, and the interest for the games weren't that big either, so they weren't selling very well. So the stores would try to send them back to the companies for a refund. Well, the companies had made so many games that they didn't have the money to refund the games that they sold to the stores, which actually put quite a few companies out of business. And that is what the crash was, until, of course, Nintendo came around and saved it. So, what would you be doing right now? So my second what if question is, what if a company called Square back in 1987 didn't put out a game called Final Fantasy? Would RPGs still have the influence on gaming today? Now, I don't know if you know this, but Final Fantasy, it got its name because Square was actually about to go bankrupt back then, and the developers decided to call the game Final Fantasy as a last-ditch effort to save the company. Well, as we all know, it did save the company. But what if it didn't? Would we still be playing RPGs today? Because you gotta think of the different games you would have missed out on. You've got your Chrono Cross, Chrono Trigger. I don't even know why I said Chrono Cross before I said Chrono Trigger, but you know how that goes. Your Secret of Mana, your Secret of Mana 3, I don't know how to say that, Seiko Densu, something like that. Xenogears, all these great games that came out, your Kingdom Hearts series, Parasite Eves, we had missed out on all those games. Would Atlas have become really big if Square had actually had a piece of fuzz fly in my face and I lost track? Would Atlas have become big if Square would have gone out of business? Because Atlas puts out good games. They put out some great RPG games. So I just want to know what your thoughts are on these two questions. So feel free to leave a comment below, or if you want to post a video response on this, you can do that as well. But I appreciate y'all watching, and until next time.